I decided last October, with COVID, I'm like, it's just going to go gray. It's fine. All right. My hairdresser hates me.
Another day of Lunch and Learns with Keep Indiana Learning and STEM Synergy with the In-Learning Partnership in collaboration with the Department of Education, Keep Indiana Learning, and the Learning Lab. So we are providing these short Lunch and Learns all week long on the YouTube channel for Keep Indiana Learning around Computer Science Education Week and in celebration of computer science. So today I am at the Statehouse and I'm here with Karen Jung. She's president of Nextech. And we are here for the CS for Good competition that I'm going to let her speak to the details of. I will be providing links and additional information on our social media accounts for Keep Indiana Learning later on today with images of the winners, as well as some video clips of Dr. Jenner greeting them and also announcing the winners with Nextech. So Karen, could you tell me a little bit about, one, starting with just who Nextech is and the role of Nextech in Indiana with computer science?
Of course. So Nextech is a nonprofit based here in Indianapolis, and our mission is to bring computer science education and experiences to K-12 students across the state. Our biggest effort really is providing not only curriculum, but also training to Indiana licensed educators so that they can teach computer science, whether that's part of integrating it into an elementary course, all the way up to standalone courses in high school. And then we also focus on bringing experiences to help students apply what they're learning in the classroom to the real world.
Okay, great. So what's your role? Is there some sort of a connection with Nextech and the state of Indiana at the state level?
So yes, so we are one of the official licensed partners, for lack of a better word, with the Indiana Department of Education. So as part of legislative action in 2018, the state made a commitment to computer science in two ways. One was requiring all schools to offer it by 2021, but then also making a $6 million investment in computer science education. So we have partnered with the Department of Education to help fulfill that investment arm, if you will, of the legislation.
Awesome. So what kind of growth have we seen in Indiana in computer science since that happened?
It has been meteoric. When we started Nextech 6 years ago, only 18% of Indiana high schools actually offered computer science. So we've seen that number, and I don't have the latest official ones, but close to 80% of schools as of the last academic year actually offered it. And so it's just been tremendously fun and exciting to be a part of that growth. Not just Nextech fueling it, obviously several partners doing it, but the state has really catapulted itself to where we are the #1 state in the Midwest for computer science and number 11 nationally. So we truly are leading the charge across the country.
Wow, yeah, that's tremendous growth for the state of Indiana. So thank you so much for that. So can you tell me a little bit? We have some students still here finishing up their lunches, so we may pop over there here in just a minute, see if we could grab a couple of them to talk about the competition. But we're here today at the Statehouse for the CS for Good competition. So can you tell me a little bit about that competition, what it is?
So CS for Good, it's a statewide competition, and at the beginning of the school year, we put out to all of our teachers, whether they work with Nextech or not, to say, work with your students and have them identify an issue in their community. And we were very broad about what that issue could be and what community could be. It could be a classroom, school, neighborhood, family, really, sky's the limit. But have them think about the computer science that they're learning. How could they use that to help solve the issue and solve that challenge? And so we were flooded with submissions from across the state, and our team narrowed it down to 4 finalists in the elementary, middle school, and high school divisions. And so we brought them here to the Statehouse, where then the teams were judged by a panel of industry experts to identify winners. And what's fantastic is it's not only just a way for the students to learn how to apply it, but it really gets their creativity sparked in thinking about computer science differently than something maybe they just have to take. It was great seeing even from the elementary school students who built a paper prototype Same way they do it in tech companies, but they built a paper prototype all the way up to full functioning applications.
What are some of the other cool projects that you saw in some of the finalists?
So some of the finalists, one was, and this came out of the elementary division, was a robotic solution that actually is a mask detector. So I don't have my mask on right now, so the robot would actually identify me, but it can determine if you're wearing a mask, and if you are wearing one, are you wearing it properly? And so that was one of the great solutions that we saw. We had one of the students in the middle school used artificial intelligence and a drone to be able to identify trash and litter in different areas, be able to capture those images and tag them, and then provide a website where people can say, oh, I'm going to go pick up that trash. I want to be a volunteer. So really, it's across the gambit of solutions and being able to think about just different issues. And it's always fun to think about the issues as the students see them. We don't give a prompt. We don't say it has to be COVID related. It has to be food insecurity. And really, the solutions are across the board.
Great, and that's what really STEM and computer science is all about, is problem solving, critical thinking, solving a real world problem that's right here in our own communities. So I think that that's a great opportunity, a great competition. We did get some great footage and some photos. I was able to interview some students from Tell City, so I will be posting those video clips later on today on social media for Keeping It Learning as well. Do you want to give a shout out to the winners?
Yes, so we had from our elementary division, we had winners from Sense Charter School, and Sense also took the middle school division, and at the high school level, it was Hamilton Southeastern in Julia Lano's class. So congratulations to those teams, but really, as I shared with the kids, everybody really is a winner. Yeah, do you like that phrase or not, but just seeing their innovation and creativity come through was fantastic.
That's great. So moving away from the competition, just in general, talking about computer science, what would you want to tell teachers as far as computer science? Speaking mostly not just to computer science teachers, but we really drive, and we've had a lot of conversation this week for CS Ed Week about integration, cross-curricular, cross-content areas, and the value and importance of doing that. What would you want to share about kind of that philosophy and computer science with non-content specific?
I mean, that's so critical because it is, you hear catchphrases out there that every job's a tech job and things to that effect, but every job truly does require some level of comfort with using technology to solve problems. And I think it's critical that if students, if they're put into like a topic specific class like computer science, they may say this, oh, this is just a topic I don't like. But if we can do a better job of integrating it into their existing courses, whether that is art or history or English, you can apply the principles of computer science across the board. So I think that is important to help students better see the connection to everyday life and not just as a pathway to a career, if you will. So I think that's one of the most kind of opportunities, if you will, for growth within the state, is seeing that integration of CS into more traditional classes.
Yeah, right. And what about to students? What would you want to say regarding computer science to students, K-12?
It's you guys use tech. I mean, when I grew up, we didn't have any of this stuff, but you guys use it every day. Is to challenge yourself to think about it differently, whether that is simply as how did it get created or how could I use this technology different, but also to think about what is it that you are most passionate about. So for example, if you are artistic or maybe you're into veterinary work, to think about, okay, how can I take that and intersect it with technology to think about what a career might look like. So being able to don't push yourself into a silo that you're not interested in, but really take what you're interested in and find that as a path forward using technology.
Yeah, that's great. Well, thank you so much. I know we're going to end a little bit early, and I'm going to share those videos and photos later on today on social media. But Nextech has a wealth of resources for teachers, educators across the state of Indiana. Big player in the computer science area. So definitely reach out, check out their website, and connect with Karen and her team for more information. And thanks, Karen, so much for what you do with students and computer science for the state of Indiana.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.